welcome to our Share Food live streaming this evening. I'm Lindy from Share Food. Yes, and we still have about 11 days to Chinese New Year. 要在这里呢，预祝大家呢新年快乐，万事如意啊，虎虎生威啊。Yes, next year is a year of tiger. Yeah, but today, this evening, because of Chinese New Year, of course, I think our dishes will be much related to Chinese New Year. Okay, before I go on further, I would like to invite a very, very special guest this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Chef Roland.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lindy. Thank you. I'm Roland from Spice and Pans, and thank you for inviting us today. I would like to say Happy New Year to all our viewers over there, and 祝你们年年进步，发也发大财。All right?
哇，发大财啊！这个yes, Chinese New Year really is approaching. Just now you were telling me 11 days away.
Around 11 days,
yes.
Yeah.
Chef Roland is no stranger to a lot of us, actually. So I was sharing with Chef just now that actually I've seen his video way back in 2018. Wow.
When I still have some hair, right, last time.
Yeah, so today actually it's really my honor to actually together with him to host this live streaming. And today of course we are going to prepare really good dishes, I presume. So Chef Roland, can you tell us actually how you usually celebrate your Chinese New Year?
Well, Chinese New Year is actually a very big part of my life, actually. Firstly, I love to entertain. I love my family's over. I love having friends over. I love to cook for people, and I enjoy being with them. So pre-COVID, we always had big crowds coming over to our place, big gatherings. We have like 40 people coming over, and I will need to wake up at 5 a.m. and start cooking until 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. in the morning itself. But because of COVID, right, we will still have gathering, but in smaller groups. Yeah.
Yes, the news just came out. I just saw the press release just now. You are still able to celebrate Chinese New Year, but SMM is going to be, as usual, remains a group of 5. So don't forget that you can only low hay in a group of 5.
You can always do virtual low hay. That's what I plan to do.
So today this evening is very special. Other than actually demonstrating using our very own OKI oil here today. Today we're actually giving away quite a fair bit of lucky draw prizes.
Wow.
As you can see, before the start of our show, everyone started like and share already. I don't even need to announce. Yes, 3 lucky participants will stand a chance to win OKI oil Chinese New Year hamper that's worth $40. The hamper is over there. Yes, each hamper is worth $40, and winner will be announced at the end of the live show. So what's the question this evening? The question is, Oaky Blended cooking oil is naturally cholesterol-free and lower in saturated fat content. True or false? I repeat, like and share and comment. Oaky Blended cooking oil is naturally cholesterol-free and lower in saturated fat content. True or false? And yes, 3 lucky participants will stand a chance to win away the hamper. So don't worry if later on you actually miss our first question, because progressively as our program progress, we actually announce the question accordingly to our show. Yeah. So without further ado, what is the first dish this evening?
All right. Today I'll be doing 2 dishes for this show. One is, of course, pen chai. Pen chai is actually one of my favorite dishes to do. Why is that so? Because it's very luxurious. And look, we have abalone inside there. We have mushroom. We have prawns. We have a lot of things that whatever you want to put inside there. All right. And the best part is you can serve that in one pot, and it's just a one-pot dish itself. All right. Save you a lot of time from cooking a lot of dishes or washing up. So this is one of the dishes that I'll be doing. The other one is a favorite with small kids, actually. That's a sweet and sour fish. Why fish? Because 年年有余, right?
年年有余,
yes. And
abundance.
Exactly. And the fish is very beautiful. It's covered with a red color tomato sauce, base sauce. And it's beautiful.
Yeah. No, I know pen chai is really a must-have during Chinese New Year. And I myself actually like pen chai a lot because I feel that it's actually a very tasty, savory, and of course with lots of 好料在里面.
Yes.
So I think today, you want to go through, should we start right now?
Oh, can, of course. I will start by marinating my, All right. I'll start by marinating my Chinese mushroom. I've rehydrated this. There's 5 pieces over here. I just cut them into half.
Okay.
So just a little bit of soy sauce. A little bit of...
For those of you who is watching online, if you've got some questions, the chef is here to answer your questions as well, yeah?
Right. So I'm just mixing all this up with a little bit of sesame oil. So just mix them up well, and then we'll just set them aside. For the exact measurement, of course, you can go to Oaky website to have a look, as well as Chef Food website to have a look also. All right. So when this is done, we'll just set this aside and we'll marinate our chicken.
Wow, Che Eng said this life is so evil, making me hungry. Can't wait to learn new recipe.
And I tell you seriously, this is very, very easy. All right. Next, I have with me over here chicken thigh meat. I took off the skin because everybody wants to be healthy, right? And this is what we want also. So cut them into small pieces like this. Same thing, we just marinate them with a little bit of a soy sauce.
Chef, I've got a question. If
Yes.
I don't want to use the boneless chicken, is there different kind of meats that I can use?
Yes, you can use chicken breast or you can use sao rou also.
Oh, siu yuk ah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
Because-
remember, yes.
Yeah, because actually for pen chai, right, there's no hard rules as to what kind of ingredients you want to use. So normally I'll just get what my family likes or what my friend like, and then I just put them all together. The important thing is the sauce itself. And of course, what is important is we need to make this healthy. So from oil all the way to the ingredients that we use must be fresh and good, right?
Exactly. Of
Yes.
course, like just now you mentioned, is of course to individual preference as well. Yeah, if you don't have chicken or just happen you got siu yuk because the reunion dinner 刚好有 leftover,
Yes.
then you can use it, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can use roast duck. I mean, part of the duck inside there also. Not to worry actually. Yeah, because everything will be just mixing everything in together, and then we'll be boiling them up also. But of course, we'll cook it separately also. I've added corn flour to here.
That's the beauty of pen chai actually.
It is, yes. Yeah, and do you know the history of pen chai?
Actually, I don't know leh. Yeah, I only know how to eat lah. Don't know the history.
Okay, pen chai actually there's a lot of version. One of the version which I like the most is this dish is actually came down from, or rather passed down from the Song Dynasty. You know Song Dynasty, right? For those who are not into Song Dynasty is the time where you have Yue Fei, the Jing Zhong Bao Guo behind one, right? So I believe that time they were just fighting the Jing soldiers, right? And part of the troop actually lost the battle itself, and they went to hiding in Dongguan, Shenzhen, that side. So in order to feed the soldiers, right? They are very hungry. So what the general went about is they collected wooden basing, and they knocked door to door to collect food, and everything they just piled onto the wooden basing itself, and they served the soldiers with that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
and
see.
then of course during that time I don't believe there will be abalone, prawns, and things like that, right? But it's still something that warms their heart, all right, and make them remember it. So I think it's a good tradition for it to be passed down actually.
So we moderate along the way.
Yes.
Where we actually have all this goodness.
Yup.
Yeah. So after the chicken, what is next?
Okay, we'll just leave this aside, and now we'll fry our egg tofu. All
Fry
right?
the egg tofu.
Yes. Why do we need to fry the egg tofu first, right? Basically, egg tofu we need to fry first because we need to get the moisture out so that later it will absorb the sauce much better. All right, it will be even tastier. All right?
Can fry it like actually.
Oh yes, you can
Yeah.
pan fry, but deep frying is a much faster and easier way.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but of course, if you would like to do pan frying, no problem, you can do it also.
Ah.
So I'll turn on the heat over here now first.
Okay, open fire.
Yeah, 开火 open fire. It's like bang, 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 right? All right, now while this is heating up, I'd just like to say hello to our viewers, Celine, Celestine, Sharin, Sunny, Melvin. Oh, got question.
got question.
All right, what is the question? Do you recommend adding lemon to the chicken to make the meat more tender? Actually, no need. You just add corn flour can already. All right? Yeah.
All right, so continue to like, share, and comment. Oaky Blended Cooking Oil is naturally cholesterol-free and lower in saturated fat content. True or false? I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
All right,
can we
next
air fry
question.
the
Can we
tofu
air fry the
instead?
tofu instead? Yes, you can. Just spray a little bit of oil on it and then air fry it at 160 degrees Celsius for about 8-10 minutes. It'll be also good. But to be very frank, we want the tofu skin to really puff up a little bit when it's really hot and then it contract down so that later when you cook it with the sauce, right, it can really absorb the sauce very, very well. And I tell you, it's really, really good. But of course, you don't have to deep fry or whatever thing, but that's just what I like. Okay? So do share and like. Thank you so much. And let all your friends know about this. It's really wonderful to have you guys around.
And today, our star of the ingredient is none other than our
Dun, 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 dun,
dun, dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, our Oaky Blended Oil. Are we using it right now?
Yes, we are using this right now.
So basically, there are a lot of goodness and benefits from Oaky Blended Oil. It's actually a blend of a premium quality palm and canola oil, and it's lower in saturated fat and naturally cholesterol free. Basically, oil blended this oil actually blended oil actually carries a healthier choice label as
Yes.
well. Yeah, which is actually very important because right now we are going to healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah. Another strong point of this, Chef, you want to share with us?
Yes.
It has a
Very high smoke point. Why is that important? And in Asian cooking, it is very important to use the right oil, right? Because we are normally cooking Asian cooking, right, from medium heat to all the way to super high heat, especially if you go to restaurant for zi cha stall and things like that, if you want to have the wok hei, right? So that is very, very important. To have a high smoke point, which means that your oil will not get burned. It will look much better because if the oil is burned, your food will look a little bit darker and also give you this burnt taste. Yeah, so this is definitely much better.
So actually, selection of oil in our daily cooking, or even actually when we actually host a luncheon, even at home, it's actually very, very important because why? We have a wide selection, a wide variety of oil, olive oil, palm oil, whatever oil that you have. Yeah, you can't be using olive oil to deep fry, right?
No, you can't. Yeah. Because different oil has different smoke point itself, right? So the one thing I like about Oaky Blended Oil is that you can use it for deep frying, for stir frying. I think it's the perfect oil for Asian cooking, right? It's very versatile and it already smells so good.
Yeah. So today, yes, currently right now, we are using our Oaky Blended Cooking Oil for our first dish for Pen Cai. Why is that so? Today, because the goodness of Oaky Blended Oil is definitely lower in saturated fat and naturally cholesterol free. I think that's also very important as well.
Yes.
Yeah. To be actually health conscious while actually having deep fry or even you stir fry your food. Yeah?
Yes, definitely.
So right now the first step is to
Deep fry.
Deep
All right, I'm not using too much oil over here, so it's more or less like a shallow fry thing.
continue to like and share, everyone. And of course, do remember to answer the questions because this evening we are giving away three lucky winners. Three lucky winners will stand a chance to win our OKI Oil Chinese New Year hamper that's worth $40.
Yep.
Wow.
Now, we talk a little bit about Chinese tradition and what normally I like to do, right? I a little bit like to talk about myself, sometimes a bit too much. Huh? So, like on Chinese New Year Day itself, normally I have a group of relatives coming over. Sometimes I cook for about close to 40, 50 people or
That's
so.
what you mentioned, yeah.
Yes. So, do I enjoy my time alone this New Year itself? Of course not. But I think it's a good time for me actually to rest and recharge a little bit. Right, everybody needs to be safe, and when everybody is safe, the government hopefully will open up to bigger gathering next time.
I
And
also
that's what
hope
I'm
that
looking for. Right.
I also hope for the day where we can have parties.
We will. I mean, like, good faith in the government. Definitely, this will be a day. And I tell you, Singaporeans, you guys are the best because I think we are one of the most vaccinated nation or country in the world itself.
Yes.
Right, and I think it's just a matter of time before we get all this done.
So, Chef, have you bought all your Chinese New Year ingredients for cooking?
Not all, but most of it. Why? Basically, it's because if you wait until the last minute to get it right, you might not get what you want. This one
true.
thing, yes, and secondly, expensive.
Yeah.
So I prefer to buy and actually freeze them almost immediately. Now, if you want some tips on how to freeze your seafood, especially, important thing is after you purchase your seafood, right? Don't go and wash them before you freeze them. All right, as it is, freeze it. All right, only wash them before you actually cook them. So that's very important, huh?
Well, this one I know.
Yeah.
Usually I go to the market and I buy, right? I will not wash it.
Yes.
Yeah, the fish I know, like I will just leave it. Once the auntie give me put in a plastic bag, I'll just put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
So I've done it correctly.
Correct. This is very important, yeah. Because a lot of people don't know about this. They wash the seafood first and then maybe 4 days later they take out from the freezer, the prawns, the head starts to drop off and things like that. So we don't. All this seafood, right, they have a natural protection on their body itself. So once you wash it off, all right, you have to cook it already. So my advice is don't wash it first, okay? So many true. Yes.
So very true. Yes. Continue to like and share and comment. Oaky Blended Cooking Oil is naturally cholesterol free and lower in saturated fat, content. True or false? Oh, there's one question. What's the difference between using a blended oil and canola oil for any other oils to deep fry?
Now, I think basically it's about the smoke point itself. Things like olive oil, for example, for simple stir fry pasta and stuff like that, you can do it. But if you want to have high heat, you can't use olive oil. It will burn easily, and then your food will turn very black. And then as well as, I mean, it will have a very, very burnt taste to it actually, yeah.
So Chef, I asked you when you, actually before you deep fry the tofu, right?
Yes.
Do you actually need to pat this tofu?
You can if you want to. Definitely I will advise your pet, but normally for me, I don't. I'm so used to all this already.
Pat it is just because you want to actually absorb more of the moisture, I guess.
Yes, so they will not splatter that much.
Yeah, oh, that's the main reason.
Correct, yeah.
Well, I can see that the this tofu, right, it's really like a golden coin.
Correct. And this is also one of the reasons. Sometimes my families or friends will even ask me, hey, I don't see tofu in Pen Chai one, no. Are you niao or not? Are you stingy because you don't want to put more I mean more expensive ingredients inside? You put
use
tofu inside.
I
told them it's different, you know. I mean, it looks like golden coin. This is what we want, right? You want gold at your house, so we have something like this: golden coins, golden nuggets, right?
Yeah. So it's actually a very good symbolic meaning to actually add on to our Chinese New Year Pen Chai. Yeah, so we have done our tofu already.
Yep.
Yeah, continue, like and share. If you just join in, continue to like and share. And of course, today, if you actually answer our questions today, there will be we are giving away the Chinese New Year hamper that's worth $40. Another questions. How do we pat the tofu using the paper?
Just use a paper towel and then just lightly pat on it. Be very careful, don't break it apart.
It's very soft.
Yeah, it is very soft.
Delicate.
Yeah. So when you are frying tofu or cooking tofu itself, try not to stir. All right, only flip it back once, and when it's brown enough, just remove it immediately. Okay?
Well, there's another Roland there. My family use OKI oil, healthy oil. Wow, thank you very much, Roland.
Roland knows Roland, right? And shout out to Mr. Roland Wong.
Continue to support OKI, yeah? As you know,
Yes.
it's healthy, yeah? And suits our lifestyle as well.
Definitely. All right,
So
so
what's
now
next?
we will fry our chicken first. Put in our chicken.
Okay.
I haven't turned on the flame at this moment because the pot is hot enough at this moment, right? So we don't have to do that.
So it's basically just giving it a little bit, it's no need to be thoroughly cooked.
Don't have to. I'll just cook this to approximately about 80% doneness, right? Because end of the day, we want to assemble everything inside our clay pot, and then we still pour the sauce over, and then we need to turn back the heat on and, I mean, blend them or boil them all together again.
Oh, that's actually, to me, the first step seems to be rather easy.
Yep. Actually, it's really simple. I mean, cooking is not really something that's difficult or daunting. Hence, with all the videos that we have come up with, right? I mean, we try to minimize using too many pots and pans, too many washing around, and we try to make our cooking as healthy as possible. And that's also why we partner with a brand like Oaky.
Yes. Oh, there's another question here.
Yes.
Can this oil use for baking?
Baking.
This particular one you meant?
Yeah, it all depends on actually what kind of baking you are thinking of. Because most of the time, if you are making cookies and cakes, right, you'll be using butter, right? But let's say, for example, if you are thinking of doing all those Chinese sun kueh and things like that, right? You can of course coat this after you steam the sun kueh. You can use this OKI oil to coat it, so they won't sort of stick together. It's okay.
So,
right?
so like what Chef mentioned, it really depends on what you are really doing. This baking also can be a wide variety of baking items that you're going to do. Yeah.
Sorry, got one up.
Okay, so we turn on a fire and like what you
Yes.
mentioned, no need to be thoroughly cooked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just brown them a little on the outside.
So using our OKI blended cooking oil, it's actually a blend of premium quality palm and canola oil.
Yes.
And like what Chef mentioned, high smoke point. In
Yes.
Chinese, we call it the
高温点.
高温点.
Yes.
So for those very cheap, high smoking point. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, especially a lot of us at home, right? We want to try to duplicate what we eat in Zita with the wok here and things like that. So this kind of oil is very
it's very-
important. Don't use the wrong oil.
Okay.
And of course, for baking, right, the key thing is to use a light flavored and high sweetening point. We can also use a OKI premium sunflower oil, which we'll be using later.
So when this note right, during Chinese New Year, if you go out for dining, be it at a hawker center or the restaurant, do look out, keep a lookout on our OKI blended cooking oil with the healthier choice symbol over there, especially the tin over there. That's the one we are talking about, yeah? Our OKI blended cooking oil, especially when you dine out during the Chinese New Year. Remember that if the store uses OKI blended cooking oil, it's actually definitely a healthier choice.
Definitely, yes.
Wow, the chicken is, it's not, I can say it's not really done,
Yes.
but that's what we want actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just want to seal the outside so that later you'll still be very juicy. All right. So now we will fry our prawns first.
Oh, so everything seems to be pan fried, and don't even need to wash your wok actually.
No. We try to make this as simple as possible for everyone, right? So same thing. Turn on the flame.
I think everyone know Spice and Pans actually like to introduce things that is actually fast, easy, tasty
simple
for
and
family.
everything. You're right. Yeah.
Right.
Because I mean, who everybody enjoys a good food, right? But who likes to wash, right?
You are so right. Do you like to wash, Chef Roland?
No.
He also doesn't like to wash.
I love to cook. I love to eat, but man, never washing.
So nobody likes to wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
That's quite common.
Exactly. So what we're trying to achieve over here is, of course, we try to use everything, and this oil will be flavored also, right? Apart from the very nice smell and aroma coming up from the OKI oil itself, when we fry the chicken fats will actually
infuse
into the oil. Same with the prawns also. So this will actually make it very, very nice. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So same thing with the prawns. We don't overcook them also. Somewhere around the region of 70-80% done, you'll be okay, right?
Well, I can smell the the aroma of the prawns. Yeah, like what you said, I think it's coupled with just now, even the chicken smell was also embedded inside it. Yeah. So once again, continue like and share and answer the question, because today we're giving away 3 lucky viewers prizes. Our Chinese New Year OKI Chinese New Year hamper that is worth $40.
So the most important thing, right, for me, of course, apart from using a good healthy oil like OKI itself, ingredients also plays a very important part. Normally, right, when I do my purchasing of seafood, most of the time actually, I would like to go to all this like wet market.
You like to go wet market?
I like to go wet market, sit down there, haggle a little bit, know where the food come from. But of course, supermarket like Sheng Siong, NTUC, or even Giant or Cold Storage, they also provide some very, very good seafood products over there also.
These days, right, the supermarket actually have a live seafood as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So for those of you who actually don't have the time to go to the market in the morning, I think the next best choice is to actually visit the supermarket who has actually all the live seafood choices. Yeah,
you're right. So the prawns is done. Let's just remove them, put them aside first.
Well, seems like I can do pen chai for the upcoming Chinese New Year.
It's very simple. Seriously, it is very, very simple.
And outside you buy 很贵leh.
Yeah, lor. And to be frank, apart from the abalone, that's the most and the sea cucumber, there's a little bit more on the expensive side, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, everything is really, very affordable.
Yeah.
Okay, now we drop 2 pieces of ginger in.
Ginger.
Yes, and we will fry the sea cucumber. All right. So the sea cucumber that I'm using is actually the frozen type.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can we buy the dry type?
You can, if you have the time to
wait for it to
fry. Yes, right. From a small to grow it to a bigger one, definitely you can. But it takes a lot of effort. Yeah, it takes a lot of
I heard
effort.
my mother saying, don't know how come sometimes you soak it for quite a while, also cannot.
You know why?
You know?
Because of oil. When you want to soak sea cucumber, right, the important thing is that your water must be clean without any oil. Once the dried sea cucumber come in contact with the oil, it will never far. It will never grow.
So that's the reason it never far.
Yes, and you need cold. You need to put it inside the fridge itself. Every 12 hours, you need to change the water
like
for at least 48 hours.
Yeah. So it's a lot of work. And how about price wise?
There's a lot of various different kind of sea cucumber in the market. There's some as cheap as maybe $10 for a kilo, to some as expensive at a few $100s a kilo, especially for a dry type, right? So for me, normally, just to make things easier, right, because I'll be cooking a lot of dishes and things like that, normally I'll just go for the frozen one. But if you can see from your screen over here, right, I'm using the thick one. They have the bamboo sea cucumber, which is very suitable for stir fry, but not so suitable for pen chai or even if you want to do this sea cucumber duck, right? Because the thinner it is, when you overcook it, right, or when you cook a little bit more, it'll melt. Yeah, right?
Yeah. I know this because I love sea cucumber.
Yeah.
But it's a bit pricey lah, actually. Yeah, Chinese New Year eat still okay lah. This one is not the 家常小菜 the kind.
Exactly, yeah.
You can't afford to have sea cucumber every day. Yeah. So is the frozen one more chewy? Celestine is asking.
Not really. Actually, if you like to have a firmer texture, the one that you pao fa yourself or the one that you actually soak and grow it yourself, I use the word grow, is actually better in texture itself. But in the market, wet market, as well as supermarket itself, they do have those better one. They call it the tiger cucumber or tiger sea cucumber. That's thicker, like what I'm using over here. So these are also pretty good. And it's pretty affordable. I think for this piece I purchased is like $17 Sing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's pretty alright.
It's pretty reasonable.
All right.
Yeah. Like and share. Yes.
Yes, do like and share, please. Sharing is loving, huh? Yeah.
Yes, do share with your friends because why today? Who knows? You'll be the lucky winner who actually walks away with the Oaky cooking oil hamper that's worth $40.
Yep. All right, so
well, is it
actually this is more or less done already. Normally I'll just remove this, put it on another plate, and then I'll fry the mushroom. But why not, right? We can actually put everything together and make it simpler.
Chef, I've got a question.
Yes.
If happens that I do not have a big clay pot like that at home, is there any solution to it?
Oh yes, you can actually serve it inside a bigger bowl or using your steamboat kind of a pot and serve it also. But the thing is, because the sauce tends to be a little bit thick, so be very careful when you actually heat it up. Don't turn the heat up way too high, otherwise it will burn. Yeah. But I'll show you a solution to that in a while.
Oh, okay, great. Because sometimes I think small family might not have such a big clay pot.
Yep, you're right. And normally this clay pot, right, for me is like when my families actually join us for dinner. Yeah, because this will easily serve a group of 8 to 10.
Yeah, exactly. These days, the family are usually quite small size. So actually, I myself don't even have such a big clay pot actually.
Yeah.
Even I want to use it maybe once a year only.
All right. So now that we can smell the mushroom coming out from here, we add in some garlic. 3 cloves of garlic chopped around there.
But of course, if you like garlic, you can
put a little bit more. Yes, it's really up to you. Huh?
I'm a fan of garlic. Usually I'll put lots of garlic. Yeah. Do you recommend fresh water or salted water prawn? Che Eng asks.
Saltwater prawns. Yes. If you can get those wild one, best. If not, farm one will be fine too. If you all want to buy prawns, my advice to you is start buying them right now. Especially when it gets closer next week, it will be really expensive. I think right now, if you look at those angkahe, right, red leg prawns, those bigger ones, now 1 kilo is maybe selling for approximately $40, $45.
1 kilo?
Yes, but when it comes closer to Chinese New Year, it can go up to as high as $70 or so.
Wow.
Yeah.
So take chef advice is to actually freeze it lah.
Exactly.
Don't wash, don't wash.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, now we add in our liquid.
Ryan was complimenting you, saying that Chef Roland is a very good seafood. I started my cooking journey learning from him. He explained things clearly and well. Yeah, I agree. Just now I mentioned to him that actually I learned the ha cheong gai from him. Ha cheong gai can also air fry also.
You can. All right, I've just added in the brine from the sea asparagus as well as the abalone, right? A lot of people sometimes they will say that, oh, these have a lot of chemical, don't use. Actually, if you look in the ingredients, right, it's only salt and water. And they are very, very sweet.
Yes.
Most of the time, if I'm not cooking pen chai, right, the brine from it, right, I will use it to make porridge or I'll use it to make soup. Yes. So don't waste all this. This is really delicious and nice.
Oh, that's what I do also. If you put it in the do porridge, wow, the taste is marvelous.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
All right, I'll be adding in 1 liter of water too. We just let this boil away for approximately 15 minutes or so.
15 minutes or so.
Right.
So once again, today, if you're wondering what, you just join us, welcome. All right, continue to like and share and comment because today we are giving away really, really good prize. And of course, right now, Chef is using our Oaky Blended Oil, which actually have a blend of premium quality palm and canola oil, as well as it's lower in saturated fat and naturally cholesterol free.
Yes. So now what we need to do, right? As you can see from my clay pot over here, actually I've laid them down with cabbages. All right. This will help prevent the sauce from burning, actually, because when you actually boil this up, right, this will actually soften and give up liquid also. So this will help prevent. Otherwise, if you don't want to use cabbage over here, you can always buy those like bamboo netting. But I advise you.
I think it's for healthier choice. I think
exactly, and then it tastes really good.
Yeah, because it's sweet as well.
It is. Yeah. So while waiting for the broth, we just lay down our tofu first.
In fact, I think vegetable you can put quite a fair bit, because after cooking you will actually strain quite a fair bit.
You are right. And they cook very easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
So today, how many slices of tofu you use actually?
I use 2 roll actually.
You use 2 roll. So if you like more, of course you can.
Yes. Actually, the good thing about peng cai, right, is whatever ingredients you want to use, right, you can actually use them, no problem at all. If you like to have more abalone, please feel free to do so. If you want to use lobster in place of prawns, please feel free to do so. But do invite me if you're using lobsters. I would love to go over to your house and share your food.
Yeah, a question from Iris. Can we fry all the ingredients few days earlier and just assemble them on the renewal day?
You can. I would not advise a few days earlier, but one day earlier is fine.
Yeah.
But not for seafood. Seafood, please do it on the same day itself. Otherwise, it will become too tired. The sweetness will not be there anymore. Yeah.
So if you want to know more about this, or you actually want to have the recipe of what Chef Roland is doing right now, don't worry. Later on at the end of the show, the recipe will be actually the recipe link will be posted in the live streaming show as well. So don't worry, yeah. Okay, so Chef is right now doing so-called a little bit of plating first.
Yes.
Yeah, because peng cai, as you can see, if you buy even those ready-made peng cai, they will all be very nicely decorated. Okay, once again, like and share and comment. Oaky Blended Cooking Oil is naturally cholesterol-free and lower in saturated fat content. True or false? Very naturally. You see, everybody, you can copy answer also, I think. Because this one not closed book one. It's open book. Everybody know the answer.
Yeah.
And yes, if you are lucky enough to be one of the 3 winners, today this Oaky is our proud sponsor of the Chinese New Year hamper that's worth $40.
Yep.
And yes, winners will be announced at the end of the live show. So keep tuned, stay with us, because we are going to announce the lucky winner later at the end of the show, okay? And today, don't forget, we are having 3 questions. So you actually triple your chance of winning, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so here goes the prawns.
All right. Let's put this aside.
And once again, when you dine out during Chinese New Year, remember to choose the restaurant or stalls that use healthier choice cooking oil, like our Oaky oil. Over there, as you can see.
Asparagus.
Yeah.
So all this canned food, they're actually cooked already. The reason I'm not putting inside the broth to cook it again is because if you cook them for too long, right, they will be very chewy, like rubber band. So this is not something that we want. So we put them in. And baby abalone. I'm using baby abalone over here. But of course, I mean, you all can use whatever abalone that you all want. Big ones, small ones, it's really up to your personal preferences.
So if you have a bigger budget or you have a very big bonus, so by all means.
Yes, use those single one piece in one can one. Right. And
those big one.
Yeah, do remember to invite me if you do so.
And you can just know, like what Chef mentioned, you can put lobster a crab by all means.
Right, now that this is boiling already, we'll add in our carrots. This is also to give this soup or broth a natural sweetness.
I think add-ons to the colors as well, because carrot is red.
Yes. Now we'll place some nice broccoli in the center.
Broccoli.
Yes.
So peng cai, not only that it's really appetizing, at the same time, I think it's also very colorful.
It is, yeah. And the best part is that, I mean, for this, right? One dish serve all, right?
Yes. And frankly, if I look at it today, you don't really need to spend a lot of money to buy the pen chai, which can be really quite expensive these days.
It is. I think pen chai on the outside, right? If you were to go to a decent Chisha store or even restaurant, like minimum $88 one pot, minimum.
That's minimum.
Minimum,
That's
and
minimum.
maybe you don't even get abalone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue to like and share and comment the answer, and yes, need to make space.
That's for me, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm very greedy. Every time I like to pile everything together. Yeah.
Oh.
So I need to make space, yes, for the sea cucumber to come in.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
No, don't worry, a chef will squeeze in. Another question. Hello, chef. The abalone water can use for boiling soup.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now we add in some.
I know
sauce.
some people will say it's got a lot of chemical throw away.
It's actually just salt and water. Yeah. And you know, canned food, right? They actually act like a pressure cooker because they are sealed first, and then they are going through a. I mean, if you have been to a canning factory before, right? The can actually goes through a very high heat, steaming heat. So everything is sterilized inside there, and it's like a pressure cooking, bringing out all the goodness that's within the pot itself, or rather the can itself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is this? The oyster sauce?
Yes, oyster sauce.
So don't worry. I myself do use the soup inside the can. Yeah.
A bit of dark soy sauce just to make the color.
Coloring.
Yes.
The coloring.
To make it look a little bit better.
A bit dark.
Yes.
Yeah. So of course, I think today I think chef didn't really go through how many so-called tablespoons that you need to put. I think, this is creative, and of course to your own preference as well.
Yeah.
If you're someone who likes it to be a little bit salty, a little bit more.
Yeah, always try first before you add in more and more. I mean, salt or any sodium kind of products. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and next question. Do we need to skim the bubbles?
No need. For this dish, right, you don't have to. Normally, when you skim the side, right, it's normally when you cook raw meat and then the blood, the scums that's coming up from the raw meat itself or from the bones, then you need to skim it. Otherwise, for this, no problem. Yeah, there's no blood, no nothing inside there. So it's pretty fine.
It's very clean broth.
It is, it is. Okay, I think we'll just remove the sea cucumber.
Practically quite the last steps.
It is, yeah. The last thing that we need to do actually is just to thicken it up and plate up the rest, and then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this pen chai looks really easy to do.
Very easy. Really, very, very easy.
People thought that you have actually, spent a lot of effort. Actually, it's quite easy.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to make this difficult, there's always ways to do so. So because to be very frank, if you were to go to restaurant, all this, right, they will cook everything separately, right? They will roast the duck separately, they will roast the chicken separately, and so on and so forth. But at home, we try to make things as easy as possible. So this is what we want to do.
Oh, once again, when you actually dine out during Chinese New Year, do remember to choose the restaurants, or even stores that actually use our healthier choice cooking oil, like our Oaky oil, which is right beside chef. Just now we mentioned the goodness of this is definitely high smoking point, of course. Naturally, there's a cholesterol free,
Yes, it is very important.
That's
actually,
the tin over there. Yeah.
It is very important that we actually go for healthier food. Yeah, because nowadays, right, we tend to think that, I mean, every one of us, we want to be fit, we want to be as long as possible with our loved ones also, right? So this is something that we want to do. Look out for all this healthier food logo.
Which right? This OK Blended Cooking Oil has that healthy logo.
Yes.
Healthier choice logo, actually. Yep. Yeah. So sometimes when you actually eat out, you'll notice, the food store uncle is using this tin. Then you find, this uncle dong huo is using the correct oil, the better oil. Yeah. So you can buy from this store.
And I think it is also very important that for us, especially consumers, right? You pay so much, of course, you want something healthier, right?
These days, it's pretty expensive when you eat out.
Yep.
Yeah, even you go to food court, hawker center is getting pretty expensive these days. Yeah.
I mean, it's best if you can just watch Spice and Pans video. We'll be there to teach you how to make Good food at good prices.
Chef Roland is definitely correct. Yeah. Actually, other than, I'm sure he has a lot of 粉丝 lah, including the housewife lah, 姐姐妹妹 lah. Your 粉丝 also include my son. My son is only 14 years old.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
and he said that he said you're very pro. Just now he text me, Chef Roland is very pro, no? I said, you know him? Yeah, I sub him.
Sub me. Thank you.
Sub your YouTube channel. That's the way how teenager talks,
Yeah.
I sub him.
Yeah, I mean, for me, right, I always think that it's very important to share what you know with your friends, I mean, with whoever wants to learn about it, right? I always feel proud and I always feel very happy when people come up to me and say, hey, hi, Roland, I use your recipe and it tastes good and my family really like it. So if you happen to see me, right, in your neighborhoods, come and say hi to me. Let's take a picture together, all right?
Yeah, I think Chef Roland knows the pain points, especially these days when we need to work, and sometimes need to juggle work and family. So we're looking for easy to cook and of course healthy choice food to cook for the family. Actually, I never know that Panchai is like so easy
It is very simple. Actually, it is very simple.
我们勾芡啊.
Yes. So what I did is I actually added in a cornstarch solution. Now, how thick or how thin you want this to be is really up to you. I'm not making this very thick, right? It's a little bit liquidy right now because we will be boiling this again. If I make this too thick, right, then it will burn too easily. All right? So just turn off the flame from here. We just need to transfer the sauce into that.
Okay, great.
All right?
So just now, Chef also shared with us, a little tip is remember, not necessary to make it very thick.
Yes.
Because if not, you'll make the whole stewing even tougher, actually.
Yep. Yeah. And remember, most of these are really cooked already. So, yeah, you don't really have to cook this for a long time.
Wow. Questions? Can I don't put sea cucumber?
Can.
Or replace? Yes, can.
You can put whatever you want or whatever you don't want can just replace.
Whatever you want, whatever you don't want.
Yeah.
Whatever you see in the fridge, whatever left over last night.
Yeah. And one thing, right, if you were to notice, I mean, nowadays when it comes very close to New Year, right, especially when you want to book a table out to eat and things like that, right, there's hardly a chance where you want to, they will allow you to change the recipe. They will ask you to buy set A, set B, set C, or set E, whatever, right? So that's also why most of the time I really prefer to eat at home, right? Because then we can really cook the things that we like to eat, how we want the taste to be. And to be frank, all these are very simple. Seriously, it's like super simple. You have seen me do this, right? How long will it take only? I think it's like 7:30, or maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes to cook this dish.
30 minutes, around that?
Around 30 minutes, right?
Yeah. Just now, did we skip a question? How long do you boil?
15 minutes or so. That'll be good
how
enough.
long? 15 minutes for the broth. 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah.
All right.
So here you have. This is a final.
Not yet. We still need to. Yes, we need to put the cover lid on, and then we need to let this come to boil. Remember, the prawns and the meat is only about 70-80% done.
Okay.
So we need to yes, this is the one.
So what type of fire do we actually?
Medium low heat or medium
low.
Heat. Yeah, medium low or medium heat will be fine.
Okay.
Put the lid on.
And put the lid on. Yes. 大功告成啊.
Yes.
Wow.
Almost there.
Yes, almost there already.
Let me just clean this place up a little bit.
All right, once again, continue to like and share and comment. Oaky Blended Cooking Oil is naturally cholesterol-free and lower in saturated fat content. True or false? Comment your answers at the comment box over there. This is our first question, just our first question. And 3 lucky participants will actually stand a chance to win today. Look at the camera over there. It's our Oaky Oil Chinese New Year hamper that's worth $40. And the 3 winners will be announced at the end of the live show. Yeah. Yes, that's our very nice hamper worth $40. Once you have this, the lucky winner, no need to buy oil already for the next maybe 2 months, 3 months. Yeah. I think inside got at least three cooking oil over there. Yeah. And remember, when you dine out during Chinese New Year, do look out for stalls or restaurants that actually have our this healthier choice, Oaky Blended Cooking Oil tin over there. Okay? Remember that, yes.
If there's any further question that you have, please feel, is it okay to use frozen prawns instead of fresh prawns? Yes, you can, no problem.
No problem.
Yes.
How much does it cost?
How much, Spice and Pans, how much does this cost? If you ask me about my value, I don't know really how to answer that.
Maybe he's asking how much
the oil is
the
it?
oil,
Yeah,
oil
maybe the oil,
costs.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they have got different sizes.
Yeah, different sizes, different. They have various different oil. So they have the canola oil, they have the soybean oil, they have the blended oil. So it depends on what you look out for.
Yeah.
There's various different prices actually. Oh, this dish. Okay. So for this dish itself, let me just do a rough calculation. The sea cucumber, which I use, is the good one, the tiger one. The tiger type of sea cucumber. That is about $17. The abalone is about $17. That's 34. The sea asparagus is about $4. 34 plus another 4. That's $38. The prawns 10 pieces, approximately $4. $42. The veg is like $2. 42. I think it's less than $50. Less than $50.
Less than $50. Wow.
To feed a family of 10, yeah.
But of course, if your budget allows you, you can go all the way to put it 100 lah.
Of
or even
course,
$200.
yes.
So I think it's really up to you. Wow. Yes, I love Chef Roland recipe. It makes our cooking fast and easy. And so today, if you like the recipe by Chef Roland, don't worry, he's not selfish not to give you, okay? Because later on we'll be actually highlighting the recipe link in the video as well. So keep a lookout for it. Yeah. All right. So we are almost done. Yeah.
So after this, we'll be doing our sweet and sour fish. All right. It's a favorite among kids, adult like me also. I love it also because it's tangy, it's sweet, and it's crispy, and it looks beautiful, right? Like what I said just now, every New Year we must have fish. Right, so there's various ways of doing or cooking fish. What are your favorite ways to cook a fish?
Fish, I like steamed fish.
Steamed fish is good, yes.
I like Euro meatball also.
Okay, steamed fish is very nice, of course. But for New Year, right? Euro meatball also very good also. But for New Year, normally we like to serve a whole fish.
Yes.
Right, 有头有尾嘛，做人要有头有尾嘛。So that's something that we'll be doing in a while. All right, and I'm going to show you how to make this dish in a very I personally think that it's quite an easy way to do it, yeah. And I will not be deep frying, I'll be doing shallow frying also. So later you can see what kind of prawns are used. I actually wanted to get tiger prawns, but I went to the market way too early, so the stock haven't come in yet. So actually I just got gray prawns today. Yeah.
I think actually, of course, if you're able to get bigger prawns, I think it's definitely more suitable for a pen Thai. But in the event don't have, definitely, it can be done as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the thing is that y'all can always, like what we said just now, right? You can always change the ingredients inside. You want to make it a little bit more fancy. You can add in crayfish. You can add in lobsters, bigger abalone also, no problem. It's really up to you. You can even add in roast duck and things like that, right?
Yes, that's right. Don't worry, the video will be online. So if you actually want to even share with your friends or your families at a later time, you can always share the link, yeah?
Yes.
So continue to like and share and comment. Yes, the next dish we are actually going to do is our sweet and sour fish. While we're waiting for the pen Thai.
We just wait for this to be done. It's almost, we just need this to boil, just to be safe, because remember the chicken and the prawns, we are not 100% cooked, so we need it to be at boiling point. Yeah.
So just now we have used, because like just now, Chef actually mentioned that under Oaky brand, that's really quite a fair bit of different type of oil as well.
Yes.
And just now he has actually used the Oaky blended cooking oil for that with a very high smoke point, which is this, and of course a lot of goodness as well. This is natural, cholesterol free, lower in saturated fat and trans fat free as well. So later on, I think he will be using another kind of oil for the second dish, and this is another oil called the Oaky Premium Sunflower Oil.
You know what's good about this? This is really, I would say it's almost an all-rounder kind of oil. You can use this even with salad. Just mix a little bit of lemon juice, add in a little bit of salt, mix it to your favorite veg, and then you can have salad. And this also has a very high smoke point also. And this is very neutral tasting. So this is very important for me later when I do that dish, because the sauce that I want to make, I want it to be really sweet and tangy without too much of an oil kind of taste inside there. So
I
this is
saw
something
that the
I'll be using.
color of this premium sunflower oil, the color is also very clear.
Yes.
I think there's a little slight difference,
Yes.
yeah, between the color as well.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There is. It's quite obvious, actually. Yeah. So actually, I think this like what you mentioned, this is the all-rounder kind of oil.
Yes.
Very suitable for our daily cooking, especially our Chinese cooking.
Yes.
So let's say if you are, you think, yeah, I don't really cook that often. Maybe the preference is to purchase this oil.
Yes.
Yeah, so that it's easier for you to actually change your dish every day.
You can use it for salad, for pasta, and whatever.
Yes,
Yep.
because it's excellent cooking oil for daily cooking.
Okay.
So how's the pen thai?
Done.
Ta-da!
Right. It's done.
Wow. And yes, while we're actually waiting to go on to the next dish, we are going to release the next question. So what is the next question? Like and share and comment. Oaky Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste and is naturally light in color. True or false? Just now we mentioned already, the answer is very easy.
Yes.
Yes.
Very, very simple.
Very simple, yes. The rolling credits will be changed. We are no longer having this questions. Like and share and comment. Oaky Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste and is naturally light in color. True or false? As usual, yes, this question will also give you a chance, stand an opportunity to win the hamper, the Chinese New Year hamper by Oaky that's worth $40 over there. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just remove this so that we have more space to work.
Oh, great.
Later we'll just go for the taste test.
Oh,
After
I
everything is done,
can't
right?
wait for that.
I'm a bit hungry myself also.
Yeah.
All right, just remove this. Turn off the flame, of course. We have to be safe.
Pen thai usually is quite heavy.
It is.
The clay pot itself is already heavy, quite heavy duty. But just as Chef mentioned, if you do not have a big clay pot to play with, you can use your hot pot, that kind of pot. But of course, remember that to keep the flame, you need open your eyes on the flame. Don't burn it because I think clay pot, because it's thicker, so the chance of getting burned is not so high. Yeah. So yes, the next dish that we're going to have by Chef Roland is
Yep.
Yes, our sweet and sour fish. Sweet and sour fish.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I have with me over here. Let me just clear this out so I have more space to play.
So what fish you are using today?
I'm using red snapper. Of course, you can use other fish. No problem
okay.
at all. Example, you can use this dish. A lot of people like to use black pomfret also. You can use that also. You can use grouper if you want to. Any saltwater fish or even freshwater fish. But I mean, we are in Southeast Asia, right? We are near the sea. We can get fresh saltwater fish very easily. So I advise saltwater fish because it has less bone, right?
Less bone.
Yeah, and it's very easy
you don't want to have a lot of bones for
Exactly.
sweet and sour fish, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now the fish, we need to make some slits on the fish. Why is that so? So that it will cook more evenly, right? And cook more easily. So I'm doing something like this. Just cut it down like this. Every about two fingers or so. Cut one line down like this. Cut until you reach the bones. Now, how do you choose a good fish? I think important thing is the eyes. The eyes cannot look too cloudy. It must look bright. Okay, and when you buy it that time, right, when you touch it before they actually scale it off or descale the fish, it must have a layer of protection on the fish. If it feels too dry, that means the fish has been there for quite some time already.
So, Chef, usually where you buy your fish?
I actually like to go to wet market, but today I actually got this from a supermarket because I'm rushing for time today. A bit busy.
So you took a shortcut today.
Yeah, today I took a shortcut.
But these days, supermarket do offer a very good choice.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah, and they have a lot of farm-bred fish, which actually tastes pretty good. I'm actually very surprised, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I myself, I used to fish a lot. All right. So I really know the taste between the farm fish and the fresh fish. So last time when I tried a farm fish, I had a chance to try a farm fish, and to my surprise, they taste very good also.
Oh, is that
right?
right?
I think they have actually improved their technology to make all this much better already. Actually, the way they farm the fish or the way they rear the fish itself.
Okay. So the slits needs to be quite a fair bit of slits, huh?
Yep. The reason why I'm doing this, right, is because this is a pretty big fish actually, very thick in the flesh, as you can see off from here, right? So I want to actually make it cook much better. So it's something that I like to do. All right, and it's nice because it has this very diamond shape itself.
I see.
Okay, be very careful when you do all this.
So
Don't
we
cut
do
yourself.
like a crisscross kind of cutting, yeah?
So something like
okay.
this.
Yes, continue like and share because right now we have got a new questions. And that's OKI Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste and is naturally light in color, true or false?
Yes.
Answer the question and 3 lucky viewers will stand a chance to win our OKI Chinese New Year hamper. That's worth $40.
Yep.
So you're going to repeat what you have done just now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do the same for here.
Yes, you a question. Need to add ginger to the fish to remove the
I will show.
fishes.
Oh, you're very smart. Who's this lady? Who is this? Let me just see the name.
Your 粉丝?
Sure, you're very smart. Later, I'll show you how I do this. I'm going to marinate this.
Oh. Actually, ginger is it's really a good ingredient to use.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you see bars or not?
Can. Most of the white flesh fish, right, you can use, no problem at all. Yeah.
White flesh other than sea bass, what else?
We have pomfret also. We have grouper also.
Grouper.
Yeah. Beam also. Yeah. So depending on what are the fish that you like. For me, I like to use snapper. Why? Because it's very little in bones, and they only have a big bone in the center and crisp up very nicely.
Usually we use snapper for fish and chip as well, right?
Fish and chip, yes. If you like the more 高级 version, then you go for the codfish lah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, codfish.
Yes.
很贵啊.
Okay, so I need to marinate the fish now. Okay, after I've done all the crisscross cutting itself, 3 tablespoons of water, 1 teaspoon of salt.
Can we use sliced fish to cook the dish?
You can, definitely can. Any fish, no problem at all. 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 or 3 slices of ginger, put it in. 2 pieces of spring onion, the stem only, put it in. Now use your hand, right? Squeeze out all the juice itself, mix it up well. So this is what we are doing over here. We are using this to marinate the fish, all right? This will give the fish a very nice, faint kind of smell or taste, gingery
what
taste.
What is snapper in Chinese? 红斑 啊?
Yes, angkao, we call it.
angkao啊?
Hong pan is a red grouper.
Red grouper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hong cao, yeah.
红潮啊?
Yep.
红潮?
Yes.
Oh. I'm not a very
Angzhou.
So must ask chef.
All right, so after you're done with this, just rub this all over the body like this. Okay? Put it back in the water and rub it again. From head to body, right to the crevices.
Massage the fish, yeah? So the fish is having like having a spa, yeah.
Turn to the other side, do the same.
Wow.
Do the same again.
This step, we cannot skip this step, yeah?
Try not to, because to be very frank, after you deep fry this, right, when you eat it, right, you can actually have a very faint kind of ginger aroma, which is something I really like. I think it's very unique, yeah. So try and do this. And put all this inside the stomach here. You just let this sit and marinate for about 5-10 minutes, okay? So let me just clear this thing off.
So actually, today what chef actually did is something that's very easy for everyone. A question from Iris. So how do we gauge the steaming time? Oh, let's talk about steaming.
Okay. Now, normally for fish this size, right, it depends on whether you butterfly the fish or you make cuts like this or you just steam a whole fish on its own. Okay, my parents taught me is that every time the fish eye pop out, that means it's done already. So they always tell me it's between 12 to 15 minutes, but that will all depends on the size of the fish, right? The best thing for me personally, I think, right, if I go for a fish like this, about 800 grams to a kilo itself, I'll be steaming this for approximately 12 to 13 minutes. All right, gauge the eye. The eye is actually a very good gauge. Of course, it cannot be like this, so clear like this, then it's definitely not cooked. But when the whole thing pop out, it's overcooked. So it should, what do you call it, this black color thing, the pupils? Or
Yeah, the pupil.
The pupil, right? It should be white in color already before popping out, then that's just about it. So most of the time it's about 12, 13 minutes for fish that's between the weight of 800 grams or so, right? So this is something that we go
But
for.
generally, I will actually cut a few slits
You have to, yeah.
on the fish as well to actually speed up the steaming a little bit, because sometimes the external of the fish is actually done steaming, but the inner side of the fish is actually not done. Yeah.
Right. Another way to do it, right, when you steam, right, use a porcelain spoon to prop up the fish underneath, prop the fish up so that they will cook evenly, right? You can prop the fish up with a spoon.
That's a tip,
right?
Actually, that's a really good tip.
Correct. So you need to prop it up, all right? Like with a ceramic spoon and not metal spoon.
Ceramic spoon.
Oh. I'm just using this because I have this in front of me.
Yeah, so I think today, other than sharing the sweet and sour fish, Chef will share a little bit about steaming already. Yeah, that's great. Good. Yeah. Okay, continue, like and share and comment. Answering the question. Oaky Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste and naturally light in color. True or false? Question to Chef.
Yes.
How to check on fresh fish?
Three things I always look for. The eye must be bright. All right, something like this, very bright and not cloudy. When it's cloudy, stop buying the fish. It's really not fresh already. Secondly, the gills part itself, it must be really a very nice red color, and you can see a little bit of slime on the gills. That means it's fresh. All right. Thirdly is on the flesh itself. All right. When you press on the fish itself, but of course, if you do this, most of the time the fishmonger will scold you. They say this. Yeah. But when they are not looking, right, you just press a little bit, right? It should be firm. It should be firm. It should not be depressed in when you press it in. All right. Otherwise, it will not be fresh.
Wow. So what's the next step?
All right. So time flies very fast, 10 minutes already.
Yeah. we can't be waiting for 10 minutes. So we pretend that the 10 minutes is over. Yeah.
Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is, of course, I need to wipe my hand dry. You don't have to pat this dry, okay? What we need is corn flour.
Corn flour.
Corn flour. Yes, corn flour. All right, we need to coat this with corn flour. Spread the corn flour on top.
Is it because we
generously
are frying it, that's why we need corn flour? Or how about some other flour?
You can use corn flour, you can use potato flour, they call it 生粉. You can either one of it. The reason why I'm using corn flour, right, is it's not that heavy. Corn flour is a little bit on the light side itself, so that you can actually taste the freshness of the fish. But if you prefer a crispier texture, then do go for potato starch or potato flour. Or they call it 红虾混 or 生粉. Okay, so pat it down.
Pat it down,
Yes, pat it down, right? Open it up a little bit. All the edges.
Edges as well? Yeah,
yes.
Edges as well, yeah.
Yep.
So we want to fry the sweet and sour fish, or rather the fish itself, to its maximum crispiness. Yes. So that actually, later on when you actually do the gravy, you can still actually feel the crunchiness.
Correct.
As well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's very important.
So you even need to spread the corn flour inside as well.
And also this, when you do this, right, and when it's cooked properly, right, you will not have too much of a splattering around. Yeah, and that makes your kitchen very easy to clean.
I see. A question for myself, I'm just a bit lazy. So if I know that you have been using air fryer quite a fair bit as well. So can I actually?
Okay, if it's a fillet of a fish, right, you can do so. But if the fish is a bit thick, you can do so also, but the texture might not be that good because the heat does not penetrate that fast inside there. Yeah. And sometimes when you do oven roasting or even air frying, right, you might take out too much moisture for the fish.
Oh, I see.
Right? Because for this fish, you want the outside to be very crispy and the inside to be juicy also, right? So deep frying will be the best way to go. But of course, like what I say, right, nothing is forever the same, right? You can always do what you think is right. And of course, air frying is definitely a possible way to do it.
But don't worry, even you actually did fry today, we are using our very good and healthy choice of our Oaky Premium Sunflower Oil. Excellent cooking oil for even daily cooking or even deep frying as well.
Yes.
So I think, other than the chore of actually deep frying, you're using the correct selection of oil is very important. And especially right now, using this healthier choice oil, do not be afraid of deep frying. It's just that the mopping takes a little bit of the time.
Yes.
of the deep
Always
frying.
ask your husband to do the mopping.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, now the important thing is after you have cooked this, right, you need to let it rest for a while. We call it hui cao, return of the tide, so that the flour will stick onto the fish and it will not drop off when you fry it. It will remain more crispy, right? A lot of times when you, sometimes my viewers say, oh, I use the recipe to fry my wings, but the crust all falls off. There's a few aspects to this. One is the oil is not hot enough. Secondly is you do not wait for the flour to stick onto the skin of the chicken or the fish itself. And thirdly, of course, is you stir it way too fast.
I see.
Yeah.
So Candice asks, what's the heat temperature needed to fry a fish?
Normally, I'll use medium heat. I'll show you how it looks like. I'm the traditional type, so normally I'll gauge the heat by either my hand on top of the oil or I use a bamboo chopstick or skewers. So once you see, once the oil is heated up, right, you put in your bamboo skewer or your bamboo chopstick, right, you'll see starting little bubbles coming up. There is about 30%, 40% kind of 热度. So when you see the bubble starts to rapidly goes up, it's about 70% heated up the oil, and that's the best part to put the fish in, right? And from there we need to control the oil. Now, when the oil is not hot enough, you put the fish in, right? Every time you put food into hot oil, right, the temperature will decrease. So we need to gauge at what kind of temperature we need to put the food in so that it will remain at its prime. The food will not be too soft or too soggy and things like that. Okay, let me just wash my hand.
So these are actually real tips from Chef Roland, because of course today you have watched our live streaming. You know that right now these days, not just about the fish, even for frying chicken wings, just have to, when you actually put the flour on top of it, just need a little bit of timing to set the flour in together with the food. Yeah. Actually, this tip I didn't know until today, so I realized it lah. Yeah, sometimes we get a little bit, we wanted everything fast, but you still need some time for certain things to settle down, especially for such items. Yes. Yeah, continue to like and share and comment, because right now we've got a new question, which is Oaky Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste, all right, and it's naturally light in color. True or false? Show our hamper again. Yeah. Because why? We are giving away 3 lucky winners this evening. If you like and share, of course, stand a chance to win. Look at the hamper. It's our proudly sponsored by Oaky, and that's worth $40. Our Chinese New Year hamper. Wow, this one you bring back home and only buy already for a few months.
And if you win this, right, I think you have a very good 预兆 for the whole year, right? 够油水, right? 够油水. Very updated today. Okay, so
using our star oil.
Correct. We'll be using the Oaky Premium sunflower oil for this. Heat up your pan. All right. Open this up, of course.
Chef actually used today. Actually, he used 2 different kind of oil. So just now he actually used one, which is our oil, our Oaky blended cooking oil. And right now he's actually using our Oaky Premium Sunflower.
Yes.
Of course, he also actually want to show you that actually, although this is actually a premium sunflower oil, it can use for deep frying as well.
Yes. Now, if you were to notice, right, my wok itself, I did not put too much of oil inside there, but I must make sure that I have enough oil inside there so that I can at least deep fry on one side. We call this shallow frying. Okay, oil is very much needed for this dish, for deep frying itself, because we want this to be really crispy, and this is actually a must do lah. Must do.
That's right. So when we actually open the fire, before we put the fish in, the fire has to be
right.
big.
Okay, I'm using medium heat right now. Okay, and all depends on your wok. If you're using those traditional iron wok or stainless steel one, you can turn the heat up to medium or medium high, no problem itself. I'm using a non-stick wok over here. So for non-stick wok, I will never turn the heat up to high. Why? Because it will spoil the coating. So medium or medium high is the max I will go. It's the max that I will go.
Okay. So again, of course, it depends on what sort of wok that you use at home. Yeah. Even testing out the oil temperature, I think that's actually a very important step, because once the oil is not really heated and you put a fish in, you actually spoil the whole thing.
Yes.
So that's a very important step not to be missed. Yes, once again, if you have not liked and share and comment, do remember, or just actually join us here at our Share Food live streaming together with Oaky and Spice and Pans Do like and share and comment because today we're giving away 3 lucky participants our OKI Chinese New Year hamper that's worth $40.
All right.
Okay, so the fish is about to go into
Yes, the
the
oil.
swimming pool.
Yes, the oil is heated up already. So we'll just put both hands up, one on the head, one on the tail, put it in, and just let it rest.
Let it rest.
Don't move it around. All right, we'll let this fry for about 3 minutes. Then we'll check whether it's light brown enough for our liking, whether it's crispy enough for our liking.
So at least for about 3 minutes. I think it's also very important. Don't get too excited to actually go and disturb your fish. Let it actually submerge in the oil for a little while. Yes, and later on, if you actually want to know, oh, I've got a question, or people are very curious to know what we're giving away as the hamper. Is that right? Yeah, it's $40 worth of hamper. And inside, okay, the camera, shoot it on our hamper. Yes, there are actually 3 bottles of oil, yeah. And of course, it comes with a few packets of this batter powder that is actually can be used for frying, I think, yeah. You have got salted egg powder. I saw only salted egg. The rest of the words I can't really see. But don't worry, okay. These are all in all worth $40, yeah. So I would say that it's actually a very good price today because we are not just giving 1, we are giving away 3. And just now we have actually announced our first question, and right now it's our second question. For those of you who just come in our live streaming show, the question is, OKI Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste and is naturally light in color, true or false? Okay, answer the question and comment in our comment box. And who knows, you'll walk away with this very nice Chinese New Year hamper sponsored by OKI. Yes, so it's the fish, I think it's 3 minutes now, no.
Nope.
Not yet. Any tips to prevent fish from crumbling when frying? You miss.
Don't move the fish around. Let the skin settle, let the crust settle before you move them around. If you move the fish around too much or seafood that's very delicate, that's move around too much, the skin will tear off, the meat will fall off. All right. I'll show you how to actually know whether the crust is done already or not. So very simple, just using your spatula. Just move around a little bit like this, right? If it moves easily, that means basically the crust is already formed. Now we just need to turn this over to the other side. I don't think it's brown enough, but let's turn it to the other side. Now for this, especially a big fish like this, when I do shallow frying, right, I like to use 2 spatula. How do I turn this? Turn the fish away from you because you don't want the oil to splatter in case you drop the fish, right? So just do this.
So for safety purpose, Chef mentioned turn the shift away from you the other direction.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, and use 2 spatula.
Yeah.
So it can have gone a little bit browner.
Yeah. So
at least another 3 minutes.
Yes. Another 3 minutes, now turn it to the other side for maybe 1 or 2 minutes more, and then it's more or less done. Now, there's no hard rules to this. Once the fish is cooked, right, you can actually serve it with the sauce after you made the sauce, or if you like to have it crispier, you can do a double fry.
Fry the fish.
Yes, so that it will be super crispy. But when it's crispier, you lose much of the juice. So it depends on how you like the fish. Yes, it'll be drier. You're right. Yeah.
Okay. So again, it depends on your preference. So why do people rub salt to the fish before frying?
To prevent the fish skin from sticking onto the pan. All right. Nowadays, we are very lucky. We have all this non-stick kind of pan. In the olden days, my mom, they only have 1 big iron wok, which they use for everything. All right. And for those is when you fry a fish, right, you have to use a lot of oil.
Yes.
If not, it will stick. Now, there's 2 ways to prevent fish skin from sticking onto the pan itself. The first and most important thing to do when you want to use an iron wok, right, is to make sure it's really hot. Add in oil, then put the fish in. All right. If the wok is not hot enough, iron wok and stainless steel the same. The skin will stick onto the pan. This is one thing. Second thing is, of course, to smear salt onto the skin. That will become a barrier between the iron wok and the skin. All right, this one thing. Another way to do it is brush a light layer of egg onto it.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, brush another layer.
Yes, and it will actually also create a barrier between the pan and the fish.
Oh, okay. So that depends on whether you were hardworking or not.
Yes.
Hong Lim asks, should we cover the pan while frying to prevent the oil
No, don't do that. Once you cover the pan, there's a lot of moisture that will be out. Then the moisture will drop back into the oil. This This is still okay because we have put flour onto it already. I do understand that, I mean, deep frying you'll need to clean up and things like that. But once a year for your family, I think it's okay lah. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, you cook one dish, also need to mop. You cook two dish, also need to mop lah. So yeah, you have to mop at the end of the day. Yeah.
True.
Okay, talking a little bit more about the OKI Premium Sunflower Oil. As you mentioned just now, it's actually an excellent cooking oil for daily cooking. Yeah, and due to its clean color and naturally light in color, you can even use it as salad oil dressing. Just now we mentioned about it. And when it comes to pan searing seafood, it's important to use oil that's clean taste and high in smoke point. And
Correct.
because we want the guests to actually eat the freshness of your seafood, yeah, without tasting greasy, you know, and even bitter. All right. Of course, again, this sunflower oil is low in saturated fat and naturally cholesterol free as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. So now we turn the fish again to the other side.
Yep. 1-2 minutes and we'll be done. Yep.
So continue to like and share today because today we are with Oaky as well with Chef Roland from Spice and Pans. If you like him, yes, he's actually no stranger to a lot of people. He has been sharing a lot of good and healthy tips, a lot of shortcut to busy, working people like myself.
Yep.
Yeah, to do a lot of shortcut in cooking and of course delivering nice and healthy food to our family. Yeah. So right now, if you just join us, do remember to like and share because today we are giving away the hamper that's worth $40. What's the question again today, Chef?
One of the question is this oil healthy oil?
The oil, this the OKI Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste and natural light in color. True or false?
Yes. This is the one again.
Yes, this is the oil.
Yep, sunflower oil.
So just now, Chef has actually used the oil, the Oaky Blended Cooking Oil, which is slightly different from this. The other oil that he used, the color is a bit darker. This one, the color is actually lighter.
Yep.
If you ask me, or rather you ask Chef to choose, let's say you don't really cook that often, which oil to really buy at home, which
Go
oil?
for the sunflower one.
Go for the sunflower one, okay?
Right. Because if you don't put that often, then you want an oil that you can have multiple usage of purpose. Yes,
yeah, versatile. Right. Yeah, go for the sunflower oil. Oh.
This is almost done. Right, if the heat is nice, you can actually see the skin, right? It's crisp up already and it's not oily on the skin itself.
Yeah.
So this is almost done. Let's just remove this from the oil.
Actually, Chef, like what Chef mentioned, he didn't really use a lot of oil today.
Shallow frying.
Chef, I got questions.
Yes.
So if let's say after you have dished out the fish, right, the leftover oil, what do you do with it?
Okay, normally for good oil like Oaky, right, I don't throw them away straight away. I'll reuse the oil for another 1 or 2 times.
Oh, okay.
All right, and there's some question by sometimes our viewer, they'll ask, after I fry fish already or I did fry fish, wouldn't the oil be fishy? Now the tips to do this are, the next time when you want to reuse this oil before you fry your protein, drop in 2 or 3 pieces of ginger. It will take off the taste immediately.
Oh, I see. So this is the tip. Huh? Okay, the question is, the inside of the fish has flour too. Don't need deep fry the inside. Will the inside be crispy?
Don't need deep fry the inside.
Because just now she saw you patting the coating inside.
Okay, what we want is actually for the outer skin, the outer crust to form. So the inside the stomach itself, right, the skin of the stomach will be formed. So now there's 2 things why I want to do it. One is, of course, to crisp up the fish. Second is to protect the protein from losing too much of a moisture. All right, so it's still become very juicy. Oh. Okay, so this is done.
The fish is done.
Yes. We'll remove the fish from the pan first.
Everyone, continue to like and share and comment. OKI Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste and is naturally light in color. True or false? Wow, look at the color. Camera. Yeah. See? Can the camera, I take a little bit. Oh, yeah. It's a golden color, light golden color. Yeah. I think this color is good. I think we shouldn't go even darker. Yeah.
If you go too dark, that means it's too dry already. You'll be eating like fish jerky, perhaps.
Fish jerky. Oh, we have another question here. Oh.
Is it suitable to use Oaky canola oil for frying? Yes, you can. No problem at all.
But as we mentioned, if you want something that is an all-rounder oil, we actually recommend you to actually buy this premium sunflower oil.
Yes.
Okay, so now we are going to prepare the sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shift this.
Okay, shift this a little bit.
Yep. Let's put this down here. Let me get some water.
Today, if you like our recipe, don't worry, because Chef Roland is gonna give the recipe away.
Yep.
Later on, at the end of the show, there'll be a recipe link for you to actually download it. I think that there'll be a link for you to download it. Yeah, so not to worry. But of course, at the same time, our video will actually remain in our Facebook or whichever channels. Yeah, and you can actually take a look back as well. Okay, so if you've got questions, yes, you can always post at our comment box over here. And do continue to like and share and comment, because today we are giving away 3 lucky viewers to walk away with our OKI Chinese New Year hamper that's worth $40. So just now Chef mentioned, because OKI oil is actually premium oil, so you can use extra another 1 or 2 times. Yeah,
Yep.
so maybe after the fish you want to cook, say stir-fry vegetable.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
You just put a little bit of ginger.
Just put a little bit of ginger in. Yeah. Okay, so now we prepare the sauce. Put in about a thumb size of ginger minced up.
Must the ginger be minced up this way?
I would prefer it this way because I like to have a little bite on ginger now and then. If it's too big a piece, sometimes it's too qiang, too strong the flavor.
Okay. So it means it like somehow it looks a little bit like
garlic. Yes. So now we put in our garlic. About 2 or 3 cloves of garlic chopped.
So you see tonight, you actually have already 2 dishes on hand with you to cook for the family for a reunion dinner. Yeah. And yeah, the sadness was that right now reunion dinner you can only have can only dine in groups of 5. You're actually dining out. If not, you probably need to only receive a guest of 5 to your house as well. Yeah. So it's going to be a very intimate Chinese New Year celebration this year again.
But same thing, spread the love. I mean, what I plan to do, right, is maybe I'll cook some of my na so hao cai, right? And then just go over to my brother's place, wish them a Happy New Year, stand outside the door and pass them the food.
Wow,
right?
That's very heartwarming.
This is what I'm thinking of doing.
You're thinking what you're doing. Because of the restriction.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
I think well, you can actually follow what Chef has actually recommended. If you have got a very big family,
that's right.
You might want to do that. Yeah.
Okay, so once you can smell the fragrance coming out from the garlic as well as the ginger, we'll add in our tomato ketchup. Now you might ask whether I can use tomato paste or not. You can, no problem. But for tomato paste, you need to fry it a little bit longer because it's raw, right? And ketchup is actually cooked, so no problem. Ketchup is actually very easy to work with. Here's about 8 tablespoons of ketchup. Just mix it up.
So I think the versatility of this dish was that once you actually did fry the fish already, whichever sauce that you're using is really up to your choice. But it's because today we are doing sweet and sour, and that's why today it's a sweet and sour sauce. But of course, you can always replace it with other sauce as well.
Yes. You can do your black pepper sauce, your chili sauce, no worries. The frying of the fish is the same. Right, just be creative. Whatever you like, just do it. Yeah.
So if you are a housewife, you're thinking, I can't be cooking sweet and sour fish every day, right?
Correct.
So tomorrow I do black pepper fish, but the fish is the same.
Now we add in sugar. It might seem a lot, but to be very frank, this dish is supposed to be sweet and sour. So that's about 2.5 tablespoons of sugar.
Chef, there's a question for you. How long can you keep the used oil for the next cooking?
Good question. Normally, I'll keep it like not more than maybe 5 or a week at max. Yeah, not more than that. Yeah, not more than that. But I cook almost every day, so
that's a wrong question for me because he cooks every day.
Yeah, because especially right now, right, we are working from home.
Yeah.
Right, last time I used to cook like once a week on weekends only, but now work from home. I'll try to cook at home. I mean, I still like my own cooking. Not being howling, but I really like my own cooking.
Well, I mean, of course, in terms of from the health perspective, I don't think it's recommended to put cooking oil, that you use cooking oil for a very long time.
Yeah, and when you want to reuse it, right, only you reuse it 1+1 or 1+2 at max.
Yeah.
When it starts to turn dark in color or when it starts to smell funky, don't already. Now we're adding our tomatoes. 1 tomato cut up. Just put them in, and I will add in also about 80 grams of pineapple because I want my sauce to have this nice fruity kind of a taste in it. Just let it cook down a little bit.
So the pineapple, either I can use a fresh pineapple or if I'm a little bit lazy, I buy the canned one.
You can also, but canned one will be a little bit sweet, so control on the sweetness itself.
Okay.
Yep.
Today you're using the fresh one.
Correct, yes.
Oh, we can also do, actually, I've seen dishes like the lychee sweet and sour.
You can. Yeah. So normally, if you want to do a pure pineapple or pure lychee one, right, forget about the sugar.
Forget about the sugar.
Pour the syrup in. Use syrup
to replace
the sugar as well as the water. All right. Now add in a little bit of salt.
Well, I can smell it already.
Yep.
Yeah.
You add vinegar. Now, how sour you want this to be, how tangy you want this to be, all depend on yourself. 2.5 tablespoons is what I use over here.
So, Chef, is there anything that I want to, if I don't have white vinegar, is there anything to substitute?
You can use apple cider or even lemon juice.
Lemon juice?
Yes. Yeah, but the most economical one is vinegar.
Oh, I see.
And I think, we have all heard people say, right, 家里 what we must have?
柴米油盐酱醋茶.
Yeah, richer than me, so plus another 2. But the 5 minimum is there. So these are most of the basic that we have. And I will like to maybe also have this tradition passed down that every home for Chinese New Year, you have something like that. Because it will keep you being more and more prosperous because these are the basic needs in our our ancestors' time, right?
Yeah, true.
Carry on with this tradition, I think it's very good,
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay, let's just give this a taste to make sure that's tangy enough for us, it's sweet enough for us.
Again, I didn't see you putting a lot of the corn flour.
Haven't. Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Yep,
no
not
wonder it looks a bit of, there's still a bit of wetness.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you add in our cucumber. You can add it in earlier if you want it to be a little bit more softer, right? But I prefer to have a little bit bite. We just put it in. And now I just thicken up the cornstarch solution.
Actually, I noticed if the pineapple and the tomato is not there, right? The taste of the sauce actually tastes different.
Very plain.
Very plain.
没有层次感。
没有层次感，哈。
没有层次感。
I also feel that because sometimes I'm a bit lazy, then I just do the sauce and I didn't put pineapple. And I realized that, like, miss one thing.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you don't have a pineapple at home, right, you can also add in like this 酸梅汁 plum paste. Yeah, it will give this a very nice fruity flavor.
Because
also.
for children, not all kids like pineapple.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I prefer my dish to be a little bit on the tangy side itself, but of course you want it. If you prefer it to be a little bit sweeter, just add in a little bit more sugar. This all depends on personal preferences. Yeah.
The beauty about Chinese cooking, was that you really can be quite creative.
Yep.
Yeah. There's no hard and fast rules on the taste because that's your own preference.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for this sauce itself, try not to make this too thin because we want our fish to be crispy also. So it has to be a little bit thicker than the normal sauce. Yep.
Wow. So after knowing these 2 dishes, well, this upcoming Chinese New Year, everyone can be a little bit lazy already, yeah? Don't even need to really dabao also because frankly speaking, you dabao also not so nice.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple, but it's very delicious. Yep. Okay,
So right
pour
now,
the sauce over here. Let me just clear the area here.
Wow, we are actually, how much time we spend in cooking? Actually not
Less
too
than
long
an hour,
as well.
right?
Yeah.
So all this depending, right, on, for me, of course, I'm used to cooking, so it might take me, and I prepare all this dish beforehand. So it's definitely earlier and faster.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Just now I mentioned about actually the third question. I think we are going to prepare the third question very soon. Yeah. And the third question is, Oaky Premium Sunflower Oil has a clean taste and is naturally light in color. True or false? Oh, wait for the rolling credits. Yeah, okay. We shall wait for the rolling credits. The questions will be there. Again, like and share and comment. Does Oaky Blended Oil have a high or low smoking point? Yeah? Does Oaky Blended Oil have a high or low smoking point? Yes or no? Yeah? So while the chef is actually putting out the sauce, wow, marvelous.
Yeah, looks good, right?
Yeah. You can top it up with spring onions if you want
You can,
to.
yes.
Yeah? To add on the colors?
Yes, you can. You can add in, if you like it a little bit spicier, you can add in also 1 or 2 pieces of chili inside here.
Chili as
Yeah,
well.
no problem. Yeah.
Wow. This one you go to one zi cha store.
Just slow. I think most of the time when they do this dish,
the
right?
sliced fish.
Yeah, they use sliced fish, or what they do is that they will use sea bass lah. Normally they don't go for snapper because snapper is a little bit more expensive compared to sea bass. Sea bass, something around this size, 800 grams or so, will cost about $8. But for this is about 22 or so. Yeah.
Okay. Continue, like and share and comment. Does Oaky Blended Oil have a high or low smoking point? Yeah, the answers is very obvious. Just now we mentioned about it. Why Oaky Premium Sunflower Oil is all-rounder? Why? Yeah, because it has one feature that's actually similar with the Oaky Blended Cooking Oil, because Oaky Blended Cooking Oil has a very high smoking point as well. Yeah. Do stay tuned with us because later on we'll be announcing the 3 lucky viewers for the lucky draw. And if you're wondering what the prize is, you just join us. We are giving away the Oaky hamper that is worth $40 and 3 sets will be given away. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Dish is done.
So actually the last action is just pouring the sauce over. You don't even need to bring back the fish into the sauce.
Now, why do I not bring the fish back into the sauce and cook it over here, right? Then that would be like braising already.
Oh, I see.
Right? Same thing with sweet and sour pork or sweet and sour chicken itself. We want the crispiness to be there. When you cook the deep fried protein into the sauce itself, right, it will be like stewing and braising it. And then it will eat into the crust and then it will not be crispy anymore. So most of the time when I do my sweet and sour pork, right, after I've done the sauce, I'll turn off the flame, then I'll just put my pork in and just coat it, and then it will be super crispy and super nice. So this is something that I'm doing.
Wow.
Yes.
So this is our sweet and sour fish. Wow, marvelous. I can't wait to taste it, man. Wow.
Yes. Beautiful, right? Yeah.
Too amazing. This is really a two amazing Chinese New Year dishes.
Yeah.
So we're ready for food tasting right now, is that right?
We can, definitely, yes.
Yeah. I have to ask first.
I think they want to take picture, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we can do a simple food tasting. Chef, we can do a simple food tasting, at least to show our participants maybe the texture inside.
Sure. Let me just bring the table up a little bit. Get you a plate.
Yes, does Oaky Blended Oil have a high and low smoking point? Yeah. Yes, winner will be announced at the end of this live streaming show. And once again, today's live streaming is brought to you by Oaky, as well as Chefwood, as well as Pens and Pens.
This is still warm, so this should be still good. Let me see where should I place this.
So Chinese New Year, okay? So 9點 already lah, 2 dishes for Chinese New Year.
Hello.
Yeah. 盆菜. Okay. And the 年年有余. Yeah.
Please go ahead.
So we're going to go ahead with the food tasting. Unfortunately, those online can't join us. Yeah, but don't worry.
Yes.
Now the recipe will be shared with you later on. Yeah.
And you guys know, right? I mean, from this just past 1 hour or so, I've done these two dishes and it's really simple and easy, right? I think anyone can master and cook this dish. The thing to remember is always use fresh ingredients, good oil. We want our food to be healthy, right? That's very important.
Chef, you want to go ahead? You go ahead.
Let me just take it out for you.
We have to show our viewers the texture of the fish as well. Yeah.
Okay, you can try this first, but I can tell you the other one.
So as you can see, maybe you show just close up of the fish is thoroughly cooked already. Yeah. And now I'm going to actually taste the fish. Oh.
Is it okay?
Nice. I love Oriental food, so this kind of dishes will suit me very well. Really nice.
I think it's very appetizing because it's sweet and sour and it goes very well with rice, and this will help kids actually eat a lot.
Yeah.
I've just taken some sea cucumber, macaroni,
Wow.
and the just
for me. Wow. This is really good now. The fish is really very fresh.
Yep.
Actually, if you didn't tell me it's actually from supermarket, actually no difference lah.
Yep.
I feel no difference. And I can still actually taste the crunchiness of the skin as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, like what I said, if you want it to be crunchier, right, you can use potato flour, which is 生粉, or they call it 红椒粉, 风车粉, right? I like mine to have just a slight crispiness, but still very tender in the inside.
So you take a look at, I think the vegetable, of course, depends on the preference. Like pencai, once we cook it longer, the vegetable will be softer.
Yep.
Yeah. So it really depends on good.
If I might say so myself. But I cannot be Howlin, so this is okay, these are okay.
Oh, it's really, really very good. So today, if you want to actually master this two dish, just now you have seen it, the recipe link is all out there, and of course we have already tasted the food as well.
Yes.
And the time right now is at, we're going to end our show very, very soon. Of course, we're going to actually announce the three winners as well.
Yep.
So before we do that, any parting statement from Chef Roland?
I hope that you all will replicate this dish at home. If you have any question, feel free to message us. Spice and Pans is always there for you. Of course, like what I say, always emphasize on is healthier option. Oaky oil is actually a very good option for your daily use oil. And of course, fresh ingredients are also very important. Do share the joy with your friends. Cook for them. Let them enjoy your food. Let them know that you learn from Spice and Pans.
So if you have got any more questions for the last 5 minutes, Chef is still with me.
Yep.
You can still actually comment at the comment box before we announce the lucky winner. So the result is there.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
This 3-person. Oh, okay. So before I announce, this 3-person, later on the names will be read out. Do remember to DM Share Food Facebook within 3 working days, to collect your prize. Okay, remember within 3 working days. Chef, you want to read out the first name?
All right. The first name is
Lizette, is it?
Yeah, Lizette Haramia.
Lizette Haramia.
Thank you. Congrats.
If you are online, say hello to us. Congratulations.
Yes.
Lizette.
Give us away.
Lizette. Who else?
Second winner, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Norman Koch.
Norman, congratulations.
Norman.
Congratulations. Last but not least.
You'd like to do the honors?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the last viewer who walked away with the Chinese New Year hamper, proudly sponsored by Oaky, that's worth $40, is none other than May To. Wow, congratulations. Congrats. As I mentioned, do remember to DM Share Food Facebook within 3 days. Okay, last but not least, we really hope that you enjoy the cooking demonstration this evening. And our parting statements will be Chinese New Year is really upcoming. So myself, Lindy representing Share Food, and
Roland representing Spice and Pans.
would like to wish everybody 虎年行大运，
恭喜发财，
好运连连。
好运长长。
年年有余，
Yes.
虎
And
虎生威。
exactly. Yeah.
And do remember to cook your 盆菜
And the fish.
and the fish.
Right.
All right.
And I heard one thing about Lindy over here. I heard that Lindy is actually a very good singer also. So maybe just to make our viewers happy, you like to
Oh.
part with a song.
Part with a song.
Sorry to ambush you like this.
Well, really ambush me. Then we just sing one sentence. 恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀！恭喜恭喜恭喜你！ Bye bye.
Thank
We see you
you,
again
thank
maybe
you,
after
thank
Chinese
you.
New Year already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right. Bye bye. Once again, we'd like to thank Oaky, Chef Food, and Spice and
And pans.
Pans.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good
晚
night.
安。